Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are tonight's entertainment.
The B.S.N. Network proudly presents the W.E.C.P. with your hosts,
Aaron Holiday
and Jerry Flynn, the heels of podcasting.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 13 of W.E.C.P. I'm Aaron.
I'm Jerry.
So what's up, Jerry?
Nothing much, man.
End of 2017.
Yeah, this is it.
Literally the last day of it.
The last day. Did you have a good Christmas?
I had a eventful Christmas.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it was amazing, but it was pretty good. So, I got a lot of things that I liked. Mm-hmm. A couple things that I loved, and a couple things were gross and not good. But, you know, hey, not everything can be a winner.
So, hey, who bought you the New Day shirt?
Not at all. Not at all. Now, that would have been
the best.
That would have been the gag.
Yeah.
Getting me a photo of me holding that hunk of shit up. But, crazy. 2017's almost over, like literally counting down the hours.
Literally hours away.
Yeah. 2018's on the horizon. Mm-hmm. I'm excited for it.
Me too.
We'll talk about it in our upcoming segment, but I think there's a wrestler that I think he lit this year on fire. Mm-hmm. And I think he deserves a lot of credit for that. Mm-hmm. We'll talk about it next.
Absolutely.
All right, so you ready to talk about some wrestling?
Let's do it, brother.
All right.
That's this wrestling, you fuckface!
Okay, so I want to talk about how insane it is that almost 20 years later, the guy that has lit the wrestling world on fire is Chris Jericho. Mm-hmm. 20 years, essentially, in the business.
Yep.
Probably more. Still going, and he had a big match at WrestleMania against Owens.
Yep.
Now, in retrospect, was it the greatest match? No. But it was the biggest angle on WWE programming. Mm-hmm. It really was.
Oh, yeah.
And now he's going to be at Wrestle Kingdom. He's putting on a cruise in the upcoming year for fans to come and watch live music, live wrestling, and live comedy and podcasting.
Yeah.
So and everything's all inclusive.
Yeah.
Like, it's just insane that this guy at his age, lack of a better word, just keeps reinventing himself to make himself relevant in 2017 into 2018. And I mean, watching him in the late 90s on WCW.
Yeah.
And to think that in the late 90s, early 2000s, he came over to WWE and then just went from there.
Yeah. Chris Jericho, watching his matches, I mean, even the ECW stuff.
Yeah.
And if you catch some of his older matches back when he did his time in Japan and in Mexico, the guy he's a tank. Like, I love he's always going to be on my top 5. I mean, any wrestling fan, if you haven't watched it in years, or if you still watch it, or if you watched it for a short period of time, you know who Chris Jericho is.
Yep.
That name it's a household name.
Yeah.
But less than a week, it's Alpha versus Omega.
It's insane.
And I have the T-shirt. I have the Alpha Club T-shirt.
Oh, do you?
I do.
Now, where'd you pick that up at?
I picked that up at Hot Topic.
Now, they actually have them there?
They actually have them there.
All right, I'll have to go look.
And I also bought from WrestlingTees.com too the promo picture that they facing off.
Yeah,
so I ordered that.
Nice.
But yeah, man, less than a week. It's like, this is this is going to be huge.
Yeah.
This match. And on the other side of the spectrum, we can't leave out Kenny Omega. He
Well,
blew.
I was going to say, he's had a great year.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about, like, as much as Kenny Omega has made a worldwide push, and we know about him in America, there's still tons of, lack of a better word, WWE fans
Yeah.
that don't know who he is.
Right.
Because they're very WWE American-centric.
They're Vince guys.
But Jericho is just, he obviously started out there before he came to WWE, but he's known worldwide.
Yeah.
Worldwide. He's probably the name everybody knows besides John Cena.
Right. And Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. But this is the guy. Like, and he's not 6 feet tall.
Nope. He's shorter than us. You're what, 6'1"?
6 foot, 6'1".
6'1". I'm 5'9".
Yeah.
I met Chris Jericho. Well, he walked by me, obviously, when I was at one of the live shows. And I had to look down at him.
Yeah. He's not a big guy.
He's not a big guy. But the matches that he has with the bigger guys, it's all...
He performs,
He performs, man. And yeah, I just, and it's crazy that, when you... because I know we review the show before we start, but when hearing it out loud and it actually is just crazy because, in all the years, like all the games he was in,
Yeah.
all the figures that they have of Jericho. I mean, it's just,
I have the list figure.
You have the list figure?
Yeah.
Yeah, see? I mean, everyone, he's still on the up and up. I'm not going to say he's peaked, he's not peaked, but he's rising.
I don't know if he'll ever get another title run, big title run in the WWE,
Yeah, probably not.
but he should.
You should.
But at the same time, he doesn't need it. He's like, and he's done it before, so I don't want to compare him to these guys, but I feel like he's like a Rowdy Piper, a Jake the Snake. He doesn't need a title.
Yeah.
He is Chris Jericho.
He's Chris Jericho. The name speaks for itself.
Yeah.
He'll always be
The Ayatollah of rock and roll.
the first ever undisputed champ.
Yeah.
To me, I feel like he's at the point in his career now where he's had almost every title. There's nothing else for him to prove. I feel like now he's just having fun.
Well, that's what it is.
Yeah,
he's literally, and everybody was freaking out. Like, how is he able to go over to Japan? Like, isn't he with Vince? And it's like, no, he has a contract where it's just like,
no, he's good.
He does what he does.
He can do whatever.
Obviously, it's not a problem because he's doing it.
He's committed to Vince. He's committed to the WWE.
Yeah.
But when an opportunity like this comes up,
well, he's also become friends with Omega.
oh yeah,
Out of the ring. Because they're Canadian, both Canadian.
Mm-hmm.
They have that connection. And I think also Jericho is very close friends with Don Callis.
Yeah.
Which he was doing commentary up until he just took a job with TNA.
Mm-hmm.
He was doing the commentary, the English commentary for New Japan.
Oh, okay.
Obviously not when, like, whoever else they brought in. They would bring in, like, JR and stuff like that for the bigger events. But for, like, the weekly shows,
Yeah.
they would bring him in.
Okay.
Him and somebody else. I forgot who else the other guy was, his partner.
I don't know.
Booth.
I was saying because JR's done
Yeah, he does
the
a lot
Okada
of
matches and stuff like that.
He does the bigger shows with usually with Josh Barnett.
Yeah.
That's
who it
usually
is.
the tag
Okay.
team.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, it's just unbelievable. And to think that, lack of a better word, he overshadows a guy that I feel finally is getting his due in the WWE, even though he came in like gangbusters, had to take a step back in the WWE machine
Yeah.
to get it back to prove that he could do it. And illness and injury pushed him back into the forefront. AJ Styles. To think that AJ is kind of getting overshadowed by other people is crazy to me.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about this. It's very simple for me. I don't blame Jinder Mahal. If Vince comes to you and tells you he's going to put the title on you and he's going to give you a push and you're our new champion, you take it and you do with what you can with it.
Yeah.
I don't think he was bad. I don't think the programs were great, but I also don't think that's on him.
Yeah, no.
I think that's on the writing. I think that's on, hey, we're going to put these two people together and you just figure it out.
All right.
I don't understand. I never understood him and Randy Orton. Randy Orton's not this like all-American character. What does that do? What is that doing?
Yeah.
I never understood that he didn't come up with that stupid what's that cage match? I forgot the name of it.
Punjabi Prison?
There you go. God awful. And he also didn't make the decision to put the Singh brothers with him. Like, none of that stuff's on him. He made what he could out of it. He got in shape.
Big time.
He started at least doing a little bit more in the ring, which I don't think his finisher is that great. But that's also what is he comfortable with, and is the office going to let him do something different?
Mm-hmm.
I think they're very set on what they think. They kind of dictate what your finishing move is.
Yeah, like the whole WWE creative is, they're shoddy.
At best.
Shoddy.
It's very, I don't know. They don't understand sometimes what is. I think it's writers. I don't think it's wrestling people that become the writer.
Yeah.
I think it's, hey, this guy's got really good ideas. Let's give him a job.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then once he's in the machine, he's doing it every single day. You get tired.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I'm sure Bruce Pritchard's got some great ideas, but they're not going to bring him back in because, you know, he has his issues with whomever.
Right.
Obviously, or otherwise he'd still be with the company. But, like, I also think, you know, dude himself, freaking Michael Hayes, isn't doing that much for getting things better either. So, like, I think they need to find younger, smarter wrestling people.
You need wrestling minds in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing I will say, if I will give the writing teams credit, if they can actually cash in on it, a Daniel Bryan return.
Oh,
Because they teased it with The Miz, and we never got it.
that would have been.
They're teasing it again with him and Shane.
Yeah.
If we don't get that, this whole 2017 with him and Shane, a waste.
Complete waste.
It drives me bonkers.
But he's not. So when it comes to Daniel Bryan, though, you know, him being medically cleared by everyone except WWE
Yep.
Medical.
Which tells me if they're going to start writing it the way they are,
Yeah.
he's cleared.
He's cleared.
I think it's the same way they did with Angle.
Yeah.
You've been cleared. We're just waiting for the time that we either
Right moment.
emergency button with Angle. Hey, somebody got hurt. Hey, somebody's sick, which is what changed a lot of the WWE mind. You know, Raw got demolished by that illness.
Yeah.
Like Bray, you never got the Bray Finn Balor match.
Yeah.
Which, granted, most people are happy it never happened.
Right.
But thank God it didn't happen. But at the same time, people still want to see that match.
I'm
I know you love Bray Wyatt. You like Finn Balor. What the hell?
Yeah,
we want to see it. Finn Balor feels like the lost man. Him and Nakamura feel like the lost men of 2017.
and those are the two guys that should be pioneering.
They need to be on the same show.
They
need to be wrestling each other.
Yeah.
Put Finn on SmackDown. End that problem.
Yeah, do not bring Shinsuke to Raw.
Makes no sense.
Please do not do
Don't
that.
do it.
No. That will ruin...
Yeah,
he's done. He's done.
Because I don't think there's enough good wrestlers on Raw.
No.
To me, that's how I look at it.
Right, no, and
Raw comes off very... It's the big guys and their names and you know, Brock's there and whatever.
Yeah, it's like,
Brock.
Yeah.
Did he...
Does he still have the belt?
He still has the title.
See, that's how much I don't pay attention to him.
He still has the title.
Yeah.
So we'll get into ramifications from the next pay-per-view to come up.
Yep.
We'll talk about just a real quick. We didn't even talk about it beforehand. We were pretty much spot on with the Clash of Champions.
Yeah,
There was
very shocked.
Ziggler, obviously that was a swerve. That was a last minute, hey, the fans know he's never going to get it. We're going to put it on him. And then he's hurt the next day, and 2 days later has to drop the title.
Yeah.
They just take it. He doesn't even have to go on TV. They just took it away from him. He did something, or he's bad off, like really hurt, really something. But the way it sounds like, I haven't heard that like there's anything wrong with him. They just took the title off of him.
Yeah, because he dropped it in the middle of the ring, right?
No, I think it was like he won the title.
There was a segment though on the SmackDown after.
Oh, okay.
Where he goes, you know,
Must have missed it.
Yeah, he was yelling at the people, pretty much saying like, you know, said like none of you saw this coming, and I took the title, and he goes, but you know what? You people don't deserve to see me with this title. So he pretty much just folded it and dropped it right in the middle of the ring, and he just walked out, salty as a pretzel.
Yeah.
So that was literally the only match where we. But it didn't make sense for him. The finish of the match was pretty good.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
I think Ziggler's a good wrestler.
I think he is too, man. But you know, again, with that being said, it's he takes bumps so good. It's like I don't know how you feel about it, but I prefer to see him lose, and not because I don't want him to lose. He just looks good losing.
Yeah.
It is, if that makes any kind of sense.
I feel like he's gonna be. He should have been the guy that Bobby Roode went over on, and had a great program with
him and Bobby Roode. Doing like, if they had a feud like that, would have been
like a legit feud.
Yeah.
They were feuding, but randomly Baron Corbin was like they were feuding with Baron Corbin at the same time.
Get him out, team him up with Elias, like get him out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like other than that, those two feuding would have been fine. It would have been perfect. It would have made total sense because they both can work. They both are really good at taking bumps. And again, this and all this goes back to how you were referring to WWE's creative control. It's just what they're doing does not make sense to me. You have these guys that could work each other really good if you just gave them the freedom to do so. Mm-hmm. Do you get it? Like, do you understand? Like, I don't understand what they're doing. Like,
The best thing I've ever... I was listening to a recent episode... I want to say it was a recent episode. Yes, it was a recent episode of Something to Wrestle.
Yeah.
Bruce Pritchard, Conrad Thompson. They were talking about Vengeance, like 02 or something like that. Or something weird. Some show, random show. And they were talking about how RVD on screen usually, like, obviously could wrestle. But, like, on-screen personality / like mic skills not so great.
Right.
And he came in and he was going to do a program. He was going to do a thing with Austin. And Austin, when he came in, he's like, they want me to do this, and he's like, we'll just do it out there. We'll just go out there and do it. And they did like a backstage vignette together, and and Vince loved it, and he's like, who wrote that shit? And he goes, no, they just ad-libbed it.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. If you got guys that know what you want, tell them this is what I need you to get over, but let them put it in their own words. Yeah. Give them more than 20 minutes to figure it out.
Yeah. And in wrestling school, they help you with that. They help you. They teach you how to cut a promo. They teach you how to. So, to me, I don't know how. I mean, I feel like we're on the same page when I say this, but I don't think when it comes to writing the promos for these guys. Now, granted, don't get me wrong. There are some guys that need that guideline. Some of the lines say this, but like, don't say all of it. Just say these first two things, but then take it from there. But you have guys like The Rock, Steve Austin, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, those guys where you hand them the microphone and they just they go off.
The greatest thing I've ever heard is a story about The Rock basically screwing up every vignette in the back. And they're just retaping, and he knows it's 20 minutes, 30 minutes from it's going to be either that or we're going live.
Yeah. And
he just kept screwing them up. And then when he went live, he just did what he wanted.
And it was perfect.
And it's like a lot of guys, like Jericho says, like, there's sometimes I just change things.
Yeah.
Because I know I can.
Right.
I have earned the right to do that. There's a lot of guys in the WWE that have not earned that right.
No.
And then none of them, or they don't have the balls to do it.
Brock Lesnar.
Well, he doesn't
has someone
need
talking
to.
for him.
That's the other thing I was going to say. You don't need Heyman with everybody, but you could start to put like high class Rich Bass.
Yeah.
Just put somebody like that with some of these people and let them just be the guy that like talks crap and let them just go out there and be a monster.
Rich Bass could the character that he portrays is so good.
80s heel manager.
But he does it so good that I could see him going up to that level, and the people just fucking hate him. Like, they just want to hate him. They just want to like throw shit at them. And but I mean, I don't know. We could circle back to Chris Jericho because he himself can cut. He is the promo king. I mean, his debut was this astronomical. He cut The Rock off. You know what I'm saying? Like,
his first ever appearance.
He cut The Rock off. Like, dude, you already started on a good note.
Mm-hmm.
You feuded with The Rock. Like, Vince, obviously, granted what you were doing before in ECW, WCW, whatever, they know what they were getting when they brought him over.
Mm-hmm.
And, again, just leads back to, back to the Jericho topic, the Kenny Omega promo.
Yeah. On the Alpha.
Lights go out. Judas starts playing, and all of a sudden, there's Jericho's face. And then when you heard the people in the crowd were like, "What the hell?" Like, what the hell is in Japan, but in Japanese. But even they were like, "Oh shit, that's Jericho right there." Holds up a picture of Kenny, rips it, and I'm like, "Yo, oh my god!" And when I saw it, we watched it together. I was like, "Holy crap!"
It was insane.
This is nuts. And then Jericho attacking him in the ring. Perfect, right? Busting him wide open. Takes the blood, wipes it on his face, wipes it on the belt, and then throws it. And then Kenny jumps him at the press conference. Dude, like,
that was pretty cool.
It was
he throws a table at him.
Throws the table. The dude jumps the table, then throws it at him. Like, what?
Yeah.
Less than a week away, man. This match is less than a week away. And I ordered it. We have to watch it.
Yeah.
We will watch it.
I will watch it.
We need to watch it.
So that's the biggest thing going on in wrestling right now.
Oh yeah, Jericho, he's king right now.
The biggest American news right now.
Yep.
First ever women's battle royal. Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble, yeah.
Sorry.
Been a long time coming for this.
I think this is the first time you've had a big enough roster of women that can actually wrestle to do it.
They can pull it off good, right?
It's not just a bra and panties match.
No.
Literally. And that's not even a joke.
Yeah, and like I
remember those from the late 90s, early 2000s, and like you watch now, it's like so far away from that. Not saying the women aren't beautiful and couldn't pull off half those outfits, but this is not the way you look at them.
Yeah, the world's not
you
like
don't
this
look
anymore.
at them anymore.
Yeah, the world's
like
not
that.
like... Yeah, the wrestling world... Well, WWE's wrestling world isn't like that anymore. But, heard the announcement. They made... Stephanie made the announcement for the first ever women's Royal Rumble. I was actually excited to hear it because, I want this to be something that continues.
Now, I have one thing I want to ask you.
Okay.
Based upon the announcement.
Yep.
If you were to be, hypothetically, Alexa Bliss, would you be happy about a Royal Rumble for a chance at your title?
If I was Alexa Bliss?
Would you be happy about that? And excited about the Women's Revolution getting a Royal Rumble?
Yeah, because I would be.
No, because you don't want anyone to get a title shot at you.
Well, you don't want...
She's a heel character. My point is, putting all the women in the ring and announcing it, no.
Well, yeah, she was...
They should fight. They should not be in the same ring as each other.
Well, yeah, she was...
Stephanie should make the announcement.
Yeah.
And then everybody comes out and the faces are happy and the heels are pissed off. And they're or just the champion should be pissed off and come out and scream and holler about it. Like, no, like it's got to be stay in story. Like, I get it. Right now, the climate of America, women are finally feeling empowered enough to talk about things that have happened to them and workplace uncomfortability and stuff like that. Totally understandable.
Well, that's what I base my answer off of.
It totally makes sense, and I totally agree with it.
But character-wise, no, I wouldn't.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
for the story.
Oh, you were saying. Oh, okay.
How are you okay with that? Like,
Yeah.
do you really want
No, because
Asuka to get an opportunity at your title?
Yeah, no, because she'll take it.
That's my point.
Yeah,
like, do you like? Granted, you have a relationship with Nia Jax, but do you really want Nia Jax to get an opportunity at your title?
No.
No.
She also will take it.
Yeah, that's my point.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's the one thing lacking from them all standing in the ring is, oh, we're all happy to be here, women's movement. No, we still hate each other. That's story-wise, you still hate each other. That's the way it should be.
Yeah.
That's my only complaint about it. I am happy for this.
Yeah, I'm happy too. I can't wait to see how it goes down. I feel that Asuka should take it. I feel like she should win this Rumble. I know we talked about it earlier. I don't know who else would. But see, well, I know Carmen still has. Or what's her name? What's the one?
Carmella has the
Money in the
Money in
Bank
the Bank
briefcase.
So she doesn't need to win it.
She doesn't need to win it. That'd be pointless. That'd be pointless for her to win it.
Yeah,
she don't need that shit. She has, But I mean, who did you?
It's hard because I think in my head, like, especially maybe it's just recency bias. I just watched a thing about Bailey.
Yeah.
And I don't think that she's ever going to get a big push anymore. I think for whatever reason they just don't know what to do with her.
Yeah.
She's my dark horse. Like, hey, we're doing a swerve. Bailey's going to be back in the title picture again.
Mm-hmm.
And her chasing after Alexa.
Yeah.
And having to overcome that. I think she's good. I think she'd be a great champion. She's been it. And it didn't turn out well.
No.
Once again, it's the writing. Once again, it's the character is more of a chasing the title. Maybe she gets a title shot and she doesn't win. Like, she can do that, but she's still getting a title shot.
Right. But when she loses, where from there?
Yeah, no, I know. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
back down to the bottom.
It's very tough to think. I don't think Sasha wins it.
No.
Paige apparently got hurt at a house show, so that probably throws that out the window. I don't see any of the two girls that she comes out with for this. What's the name of their group? It's like the Abomination or whatever. That's what I call it.
Yeah, we'll just keep it at that.
It's not. I just didn't like that. I liked the Riot Squad. I thought that they were kind of more on the evil playing ground, all three of them. Not obviously, I don't think Liv Morgan's that great.
Yeah.
But I don't think she's much higher than Ruby Riott. Like, Ruby Riott was in three-way title matches on NXT. So she's obviously a better
They all look good
push
together,
wrestler.
though.
But they looked like it made more sense.
As
It
a
wasn't-
faction.
Yeah, it wasn't just, hey, we're all here to support her. It's named the Riot Squad, but at the same time, Ruby Riott's not. All the other two women aren't like, yeah, Ruby go. No, it's just
They're collectively kicking.
We're out
everything
here
else.
to destroy the women's.
Or Paige's thing is that they like praise her and
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Yeah, nah.
I didn't make any sense to me.
no. But they figure you can't have two of the same factions on one, like the Riot Squad, the SmackDown women bad guy per se faction.
Yeah.
Where they jump everybody, and then have the same thing over on Raw. I feel like they kind of, because Paige is the leader of that one, so it's like, well, you guys can just kiss her ass because she's Paige.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Bleh.
I think she's been gone too long for that to be okay.
Well, now she
might be out again.
Now she's gone.
Yeah.
Now her t-shirt, I'm gone.
Yeah.
No,
it's not I'm back anymore. So who do you think possibly are going to be like legends?
That comes out for the Rumble.
Yeah.
I don't know, because like we talked about earlier, all the ones that I were thinking of are actually recently died. And I was going to say Roddy Piper.
Well, I'm talking about legends women wise.
Oh, women. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm still on that.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, Lita.
I was going to talk about the women's.
Gotta have Lita
men's after.
Okay. Sorry, man. My bad, fans.
I agree.
Trish.
I agree
Trish,
with both of those.
Lita. This might be a long shot. and it might not work and it might not make sense, but dude, Tori Wilson.
Maybe. You know who I was thinking? And I was going to say similar era. There's two women that I'm thinking of. Either Jacqueline or Jackie, whatever way you want to call her. Because she's a former women's champion. And Ivory. Ivory was... she was on Glow. She's got like this... She's had a long, storied career. Yeah. Molly Holly.
I forgot all about her, too.
You know what I mean? She's still training people. Kelly returned because she was supposed to do the Emma gig, Emma's character.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they were going to make her like a slutty character, and she didn't want to do it.
Of course. What about Stacy Keibler?
I don't think she wants to do it.
No,
I don't think she'll do it.
She's probably done with all that.
I think she's done with wrestling.
Yeah,
like I don't think she's ashamed of it, but I don't think she's like proud of it either.
I just think of all the name. Well, you had someone else, right?
I got one more.
Oh, so who is it? Depending on how I word what I'm about to say.
Well, I think if this person makes her appearance, her husband might make an appearance in the men's Royal Rumble. AJ Lee.
Oh man. Okay.
AJ Lee makes a return because Paige is out.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't even think about her. CM Punk return. AJ Lee comes back. See, and if she comes back, I would want her to win.
That's who you would pick?
But it won't happen, but
yeah.
But that would ultimately be my go-to.
Now, not to completely switch it over to men's, but would they have to be together on TV, or could they just still always be separate?
I mean,
everybody knows they're married.
Yeah, and I feel like now, because we all know that, like, that'd probably be one of the stipulations.
Would it be
keep us together? Yeah,
or would it be... Well, obviously they'd want to be on the same show, so they can travel together. They're married, and they don't want that usual bullshit. But would it be like a Mike Bennett and Maria?
I hope not.
You know what I mean? Like that kind of that
the lovey
thing, or would it be more like we're badasses, we're here to fuck shit up?
I would say we're badasses because can you see CM Punk all mushy gushy on AJ Lee?
No.
We would see that.
Maybe you never know. Like but nobody ever thought they would see him in a UFC ring either.
That's true.
Cage.
I just don't think like Phil Brooks has that. I mean, and I know he could portray.
He hates being called Phil by the way. And publicly, if you went up to him and like, "Hey, Phil," he'd be like, especially if you were wearing like a wrestling shirt,
Phil,
what's up, man?
What's up, Phil?
He'd be like, "No."
Hey, can you sign my CM? Phil, do you have a minute? Can you sign my CM Punk figure? Yeah. No, but I can't picture CM Punk. Like, you know how they would come out and do like the whole kiss thing, and no,
he's in rehab, by the way.
Why,
Michael Bennett?
Why?
He's in rehab for I think alcohol.
So that would explain.
That's why he's not.
that would explain the absence. Yes. Okay, because they were there, and then they just kind of.
He keeps posting on like Instagram. He's getting in like better and better shape, and
oh shit. Yeah, I didn't
but
know
not
that.
to completely change.
No, but yeah, that's why
he hasn't been on TV.
I was gonna say because you literally just floored me with that. But do you want to see that? I don't think you'd want to see that either.
What?
CM Punk acting?
No, I mean I don't want to see CM Punk. Period. But I think it would be a big coup, and I'm trying to think of the biggest name that they could bring in because obviously it's not going to be Omega, and obviously Jericho could make an appearance, but like that's not a big name. He's been there this year.
Yeah, it would just be another. Oh,
it would just be Jericho's back.
Yeah,
he had his match, and now he's back.
Yeah,
which might happen. To be honest, that might happen.
It probably will happen.
So. Men's Royal Rumble. Who are the legends you think might run in?
I would love to see, and I know it'll never happen ever again, but I would love to see Edge come run in. I just know medically
he's got
just
issues.
Can't. My dream for the past 4 years has always been just CM Punk, man. I want him to come in at number 30. I just want the place would erupt.
Yeah,
it would explode, dude. Sean said he'll never do it, but I've always been kind of optimistic with HBK.
I think Daniel Bryan maybe.
Daniel Bryan would be great too.
That's his return.
Love to see him back in the ring,
and he gets to win it.
And if he wanted to, bro, that'd be crazy if he wanted.
I just don't want to see him wrestle. Not saying I don't want to see them wrestle. I just don't want to see him wrestle right away. Him and Styles. Like, I want to see him still have that feud with Shane and let that be the WrestleMania.
Yeah, no.
Match.
You can't. Yeah, you can't have. Don't. Yeah, no. Don't.
Not
kill,
right the way.
Yeah,
let it be for a while.
Do not kill the momentum of a great match and storyline that would be.
Yes.
Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles would be the greatest thing in history. Do not fuck this up. If this is the case, let's say Daniel Bryan pulls 30, comes out and wins it, and going straight to WrestleMania, let him stay feuding with Shane, then with Kevin, then you work into AJ.
Yes. Do it right. Build it right.
Yeah, build it right. Don't be like, oh, well, we're going to have you guys feud for 3 months, and then, no.
Have a year plan.
Yeah.
Then the next WrestleMania...
Then you guys tear the house down.
There you go.
Main event. Boom. That would be nuts. Those two would destroy each other. And that would be in 2 years, which would be run-in at the main event, interrupts the main event, Cody Rhodes. Oh, man. That'd be perfect. And then
I don't think it's happening, but I just,
Then Bullet Club merger comes into WWE, and
I just don't see that happening.
The Young Bucks will be there.
I don't see New Japan would let go of that unless they merge with WWE.
That'll
be WWE New Japan.
That sounds good, but sorry, that doesn't sound good. I remember you mentioned you had an idea maybe D'Lo Brown might want to come out.
So the legends that I kind of think that more than likely will make an appearance, X-Pac, because he's still in good favor with the company.
Oh yeah,
which makes no sense. China was in horrible shape with the company. But
she still got inducted.
No, she's never been inducted.
She's not inducted to the Hall of Fame?
No.
Dude,
China is not in the Hall of Fame.
I think you might be wrong on that.
You can look that up. She is not in the Hall of Fame.
Wow. Some wrestling fan I am, huh?
She is not in the Hall of Fame. That's been the ongoing joke that she's going to get in every year, and she never
I thought
does.
they inducted her.
And now they did it. Now they're going to do it now that she's dead. Like, that's kind of messed up. They could have done it years ago. She wasn't wrestling. It's because of her and Stephanie had issues. But anyway.
Yeah, keep going.
I think RVD.
You're right.
RVD. He still can wrestle. I think he's how old is he though? He's in like his late 40s.
Gotta be in like 47 maybe?
Maybe older than that.
Maybe 50.
Yeah.
So I've always wanted Hogan just to come back one more time.
I almost wrote that down, but I was like, he's so fucking old. And what's he going to do in a Royal Rumble? What you going to do, brother?
He's going to just take him with
when
one
Hulkamania runs wild on you.
When it takes me 3 years to get to the ring.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I just want to see him grab people
the shit out of it.
and just throw him one arm, just like the old days. And the guys oversell the shit out of it. They go flying over the top rope into the crowd.
If he came in and just eliminated like the New Day. All in one shot.
You would love Hogan again.
Oh my god.
I'd
be like, I'll forgive all of your shit.
I'll forgive the leg drop on Macho Man from when I was a kid, all right?
Oh, god.
I'll forgive all that.
And everything you've done out of the WWE. He's actually suing somebody else now, like a radio host or something. Yeah. He's just crazy. But I think that's why we might never see him on WWE programming again.
I mean, they still have his stuff up there.
Yeah, but I think he is. Like, he's slowly working his way back into it, but I don't think we'll ever see him in a big thing like that again.
Which just sucks.
He'll always be a legend of the WWE, but never on-screen legend.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll ever be a Ric Flair or something like that, the guy that can always just pop up and do his little strut or do his flexing and shit and everybody loves it. He'll never be able to do that again.
Yeah, just sad.
He screwed that. But also, I thought D'Lo Brown, like you said, for whatever reason, he popped into my head. I'm like, D'Lo, man, like he probably still can go. And he never really had like a true send-off. He kind of just vanished. And I know he's always kind of... He still feels bad about what happened to Draws.
Yeah.
I don't want to say what he did because Draws also claims that he took the move wrong.
Yeah.
So it happened. He slipped, and Draws took the remove and wasn't taking it correctly, and he got hurt. And he's still. They say that D'Lo still like he it still eats at him that happened to somebody while he was wrestling with them.
I mean,
so I understand that,
yeah.
and I think that's why he's just a name I would throw out there, man. Like, I feel like he could still have a little bit of, like, he could be the guy that, like, breaks up the New Day. Like, I just feel like anything to destroy the New Day works for me.
whatever you do, just keep Titus O'Neil out of the Rumble.
Yeah.
And the New Day.
Yep.
I know that one happened, but well,
he's becoming like his own little like stable of people. He has
Apollo Crews.
And they Dana Brooks.
Yeah, but they're
and some other, I forgot the other guy's name.
But bro, those guys are the equivalent to the to the social outcast. Like, no one gives a shit about those guys.
And then that's the other thing. Like, with the Miz being out, just the Miz come back for the Rumble.
Oh God, he better not win it.
He could.
Oh boy,
I just don't want to see him wrestle Brock. Like, that makes no sense to me.
Yeah,
that would not work at all.
Keep him IC champ.
Now, if we're doing it based upon purely, he's not the IC champ.
I'm saying, like, if he comes back,
let him go back.
Go back to that. Like, yeah.
Maybe I just don't want to see Roman drop it to him. Roman should drop it to like Joe.
Samoa
Joe.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Either that or Samoa Joe wins the Rumble.
I'd be cool with that.
I know what they want to do is Roman Brock at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
That means he has to win the Rumble.
Again.
Yep.
God.
That's why I think Daniel Bryan would be perfect.
Yeah, I would love
like, he would get that, and then Roman throws him out of the ring, last guy.
Oh, God.
You get the highs of highs, the lows
usually
of
I
lows.
love your wrestling, like...
But that's how it's going to be.
Yeah, well, God damn it. I don't want... God damn it. No. But you're right. And I hate that you're right.
That's what would happen.
It kills me that you're right.
Also thought, high possibility, Scott Hall or Jake the Snake Roberts. Just because they did the resurrection of Jake the Snake. Jake the Snake has said over and over again that he wants to make one more run at the Royal Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
That's when he wants to make his return. That's when he wants to give... He's too old, but he wants to. He might do it.
I could see him doing it. I'd be happy with that.
Maybe DDP.
Oh. But he was in it last year, too, right?
I think so, or 2 years ago.
2 years ago. He got eliminated really quick.
I mean, none of these guys I'm thinking are going to be like the guys to win it.
No.
Just the legends that will come out.
I mean, I want to see, like...
Adam Cole?
That'd be awesome. See Adam Cole run out?
Here's my, like... Because I was trying to think of, like, big names outside of the WWE, and I'm like... Scott Hall comes out, and then person behind him, Cody Hall, his son.
Dude.
He makes his entrance into the WWE. He's never been in the... I don't know if he ever did the program underneath.
I don't know.
I don't know if he ever did the developmental, like went down to the... What do they call that? What's the center that they have down there?
Performance Center?
Performance Center. God damn it.
It's okay.
But that's what it is. Like, I don't think he's ever done that. But he's Scott Hall's kid. Like, he's one of Triple H's closest friends.
Yeah, and he towers over his father. Now, Scott Hall's already a really...
I think Scott Hall's, what, 6'7", 6'8"?
Yeah, and his son's
like 6'9", 6'10".
Almost 7 feet.
Yeah. He's a big dude. He's wrestling in Japan. I know he was hurt for a little bit. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe he's resting and, like, guys, like, my contract's running out in Japan. Let's do this.
Now, in Japan, does he go by Cody Hall?
Yeah.
So he's him.
He's himself, yeah.
I've never seen any of his matches, so does he...
I don't know. From what I hear, he wrestles very similar to a lot of the... I guess he's very similar to like a Barry Windham.
Okay.
Got a little bit of that style to him.
Yeah.
And obviously he's learned from his father. He's learned from his uncles, you know, Kevin Nash, X-Pac. Mm-hmm. So he's been around those guys. So I'm sure he has some, like, Kevin Nash power moves, you know, some X-Pac, Sean Waltman. Yeah. Like, faster moves, you know, because his dad was not, his dad was nimble.
Yeah, Razor couldn't, Scott could work, you know, he was just a powerhouse, like you said.
Yeah.
What's his finisher? Did he take the Razor's Edge?
I don't know.
Okay.
I haven't, I was trying to think of names before you got here, and I was like, Cody Hall. Because I already had written Scott Hall down, so I was like, Cody Hall.
Son
possibility.
Cody.
Yeah, like I just feel like his dad's about to get eliminated and he runs in.
I'm always gonna...
And CM Punk, obviously.
Yeah, CM Punk, but I really want Kenny to be in it.
It's not going to happen.
It won't, but I mean, I could be optimistic. It's America, damn it. I'm allowed to think this way.
Because here's the other thing. Because I remember last year we were trying to think of names, and like obviously it was 2 years ago with AJ.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be Kenny. So I don't know who the big name would be this year that like this guy's making his turn.
Well, think about it. Like people are saying because of the Jericho match, they're saying like Kenny's on his way out.
Maybe
people because you know how they
he never got to beat Okada though.
But it's like one of those things where
is it Okada? Okada drops the title at Wrestle Kingdom, shows up at the Rumble.
Dude, if Okada showed up, I would.
I just don't think there's enough people that know him. Like more people know about Kenny in America than they know Okada.
But if Rainmaker came over, yo,
I just think it would be cool.
Oh man,
it'd be cool. I'd be okay with that.
I'd be okay with that too. Shit, but I want Kenny in there. That's just me though.
Yeah.
What do I know?
So
the cleaner makes it to WWE. It just doesn't sound right.
I don't know. Like in him not being able to wear any Bullet Club stuff would be very tough.
Yeah, he would just wear like black Terminator looking. He could do the Terminator character because.
Yeah, but even I think Vince would look at it and say it's too hokey.
Well, Jesus.
And and you know what it is in like Japan they don't really care. Like, come after us, Arnold. But in America, everybody would see that on TV.
Yeah.
Whoever owns the rights to the Terminator would want to get compensation for the WWE. For
yeah, absolutely.
Especially if you started selling stuff with that on it.
Just well, I mean, if anything, just have him just keep the pants on because he looks weird in the Speedo. He just doesn't. To me, he just doesn't look right. Kenny Omega. He has like a weird upper body, but like he like cuts down and just like it's like one of those Hasbro figures. You know, the ones where the legs stand together?
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of.
The springing action?
Spring action Triple H.
Yeah.
Because that makes perfect sense.
But that's my big idea of the Royal Rumble. I don't think any titles change hands.
No.
Because very rarely does that happen at the Rumble.
No.
It's very like, hey, the Rumble's where the big storylines are.
Yeah. Shit, that rarely even happens at Mania now.
Yeah.
That rarely even happens at Mania. Yep. And people say, we can wait till WrestleMania to change the title. Because, Vince does those last minute.
Yeah.
Like, oh, no. I think the fans would rather see, let's say, like, the heel stay the champ. Because he's like, you want the idea is to boo them out of the arena. But yet, they'll go buy those T-shirts, right? Because they hate him so much. But it's like, he's mentally like fishing with us, you know what I'm saying? Like he's reeling us in because it's like I hate this person so much, but damn, I love to hate. It's like when Randy Orton was that crazy punting everybody in the head, whatever. I couldn't stand him, but I loved that I hated him. So he did his job, And people like to buy, like to support the heels like that where, I love to hate, like buying the T-shirts and stuff. I don't do that because I only shop for only certain characters. But that to conclude the Rumble, my big guy, my two biggest would be CM Punk or Kenny.
CM Punk's he's not fighting and he's not wrestling, not doing anything.
I know. I just would love to see that. I just hope it happens.
Like just signs on for one show. Now here's the other thing I was going to say, and I didn't talk about it on BS Nerds because I felt like it wouldn't be a great place to talk about it. I want to talk about it with you.
Okay.
Vince has sold a bunch of his stocks to liquidate, to use for his own private use. He's seriously thinking and possibly going to do the XFL again.
Huh?
Swear to God.
The XFL?
He's bringing it back.
Oh, my God.
So, the only thing that I understand that that's football.
Yeah.
But the ramifications to wrestling means he's going to focus on football. Triple H is going to be more in charge for the show, for the shows, does that mean Vince finally steps back and goes, okay, Hunter, you handle Raw, Shane, you handle SmackDown, and then all of a sudden now we have good storylines. The only thing that fucks up the Rumble and our CM Punk thing is he does not like Triple H, and Triple H does not like him. So that won't work.
No. So when's the XFL supposed to happen?
He just liquidated a bunch of his. He sold a bunch of his stocks, and I like millions of dollars.
So this could be any.
And whenever he decides to, he's already copywriting a bunch of different stuff. He copyrighted "He Hate Me." Like he's gonna so they can sell those jerseys if they want.
Oh my god!
All kinds of stuff. Like he's copywriting a bunch of shit.
Yeah. So if
he brings it back, does that does that do for the landscape of the WWE and wrestling as we know it?
So
end of like
the Vince era finally is over, pretty much.
Yeah.
Wow.
From like 83 to
2018.
Yeah.
Whoa, that'd be crazy, right? All right, so let's say XFL starts up again.
Yep.
Yeah, Vince, he would have to. He would have to make that his full.
I think he would have to.
You
couldn't do both like he did.
No, there's no
time.
way. Vince is what, almost.
So he's in the 70s.
In the 70s. I mean, people say the guy's a machine. He's here, there.
He's probably gonna be more jacked than half the football players.
Yeah, right. No, Vince handles the XFL. Give Hunter, let him do Raw. I feel like that would be good. That would be that'd be a great idea. Actually,
I think it's Samoa Joe. Mm-hmm. I think a Finn Balor.
Yeah.
A lot of those guys would benefit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I think Triple H is the one that did a lot of their deals to get him into NXT and understands them, and they understand him.
Which is why NXT is so great.
There you go.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. That was my big, like, it popped into my head, like, this could be the end of Vince being in control of the WWE. Like, not in control of the WWE, but, like, more of a silent partner.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still here, guys. Like, I'll be here at WrestleMania. I'll have input, but day to day, it's going to have to be you guys because I got this thing going on that I need to do.
You got to track the XFL down. Yeah. So let him do it. Yeah. This would be the beginning of a new era. Ooh, they could promote it like that too.
Think about it,
dude.
You already have the new era.
Wow. And I wouldn't want it to be.
I mean, the New Day would just take it. Like, it's a new day. Like, God damn it.
Yeah, it's a new era. Oh,
yeah.
God, don't ruined. And I wouldn't want it to be like the Attitude Era because it's.
No, it doesn't need to be.
Like, been there, done that.
Yeah, it doesn't
happened.
need to be.
But make it something.
Just a little bit more edgy.
More edgy. Yeah, don't go full Attitude Era.
You don't have to.
And with that be in the same breath, you'll never recreate that.
No.
Ever. But, no. Cut back, push the envelope a little bit.
Cena returns for the Rumble, heel turn.
Dude, that'll never happen.
New era. Like you did with the NWO. I'm wearing the NWO shirt. He is this generation's Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan comes out dressed up as fucking Hollywood Hogan, flexes with him, and
then they go from there?
Yeah.
Hollywood Cena?
Yeah.
As much as I would love to see John Cena heel turn, I don't think him himself, because he said it multiple times. He goes, he did it once. He did it once, but
when he came in.
Yeah, exactly. But once he based.
Yeah, he wants to be the good guy.
And he says, I get the heel question everywhere he goes. Everybody's like, dude, when are you gonna do the FU to some, or FU, wow, jeez. When are you gonna do the attitude adjustment to Finn Balor and someone, because you're kind of a good guy past decade now, And he goes, well, I just can't see myself as
a bad guy,
anything but a guiding light for kids. If Cena turns heel, mark my words on this, kids the world over they'll have PTSD. When Hogan turned heel, there were almost riots. When Cena turns heel, done. I feel like
you'd get the same thing last time. Like, you know who would become your guiding light for children? Roman. I'm just saying, like, that's kind of what I feel like that's what it could be. These are all crazy ideas.
It'd be
not
Xavier
going to
Woods,
happen.
dude.
Yeah, all right, get the fuck out of here. All right, on that note.
All right, good talking to you guys.
No, but the only other thing that I think would change a lot of the landscape coming up is obviously Dean Ambrose is hurt.
Yeah.
That changes the whole Shield reunion gets
Squashed.
got pushed back because of Roman getting sick. Now he's back. He's the IC champ. He's feuding with Joe.
Yep.
Which is good.
Yeah.
You know, they should push the two Samoan families. Like, you're the outcast. You're the family that nobody wants.
Yeah, you're not even related to us.
Yeah. I'm saying, like, you could do that.
Yeah, it would work.
And it would be, it's real. Jason Jordan is tag champions with Rollins, huh?
Yeah, like, so I look at this as
awful.
It is awful, and it's like, well, we have no other option. So for Jason Jordan, so it's like, we'll give him at least give him the tag titles with Seth Rollins. Oh, there you go. Yeah, because people like Seth, and Seth can carry him. And I remember I had brought up to you when we were going over the episode today the possible repackaging of Jason Jordan, maybe being the temporary third member of the Shield. But you know, if someone runs that idea by Vince, and if it sounds good enough to him,
Yep.
See what I'm saying? Like, but what's Dean's injury?
I'm not sure. From what I heard, it's a possible, like, 9 months.
So he's he's shelved for
Yeah.
a good chunk of time.
Yep.
Okay.
Just got married. I'm sure he's like, fuck it.
I'll just fake this knee injury. But I mean, why do I feel like that's going to happen though? Why do I feel like Jason Jordan's going to get repackaged as like the temporary third member of the Shield, and then when Dean comes back, now the Shield's going to be 4 people.
It's a stable.
And it's going to be more diverse because now you have like kind of all the different races being in there. You have the Samoan, the black dude, and white guy. Then you have Seth Rollins, who's Puerto Rican in real life, and Dean, who's the Crackerjack.
Yeah.
So I just feel like, you know, I feel like you don't want to believe that might happen, but I feel like a part of you is already. But I feel like a part of you is like, oh, well, damn it.
Nation of Domination.
Let me just get this over with now. Yeah, Nation of Oh man, Nation of Domination. I want Ron Simmons to come in the Rumble.
I was going to say Butch Reed.
Butch Reed?
Butch Reed.
Yeah, man.
Bring him back.
I want Buff Dad in the Rumble.
Oh, that'd be so good.
At number 30.
All right. So, 2017, a weird year.
Yeah.
Not the worst.
No.
Definitely not the greatest year we've ever seen in wrestling because of, I feel like, just...
It was stagnant for a while.
And there's just so many guys that, like, hot, cold, going into 2018.
Yeah.
Don't know what the hell they're doing with them.
I mean, Bullet Club was, like I said, they blew up this year. I mean, bigger than...
Well, they're in Hot Topic.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Jericho, you know, and I'm totally with you. This was the year of Jericho.
Yep.
So,
you know who could be another entrant in the Royal Rumble? I'm just going to throw this last one out there.
Okay.
Joey Ryan. Just comes out with a lollipop.
Penis plexing everybody.
Yeah, just penis plexing everybody. If you're going to make a turn into, like, edgy, there it is.
You got to penis plex everyone over the top rope.
Just does it to Braun Strowman.
Yeah, Braun's like, oh! Oh, man, that'd be great. I'm going to go with you on that one. Joey Ryan, dude.
Joey Ryan, he's so funny. Oh my god! All right, so we'll do a little review. Just talk about a couple of movies that like we loved, we hated, TV shows we loved and hated.
Perfect.
And the next segment.
Okay.
All right,
let's do it, brother.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
So, Jerry, what are some of the movies that you loved this year?
That's a good question because 2017 wasn't really filled with that much variety, I should say, especially in the the Marvel standpoint of movies. Even with DC. Oh, I finally saw Justice League, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad. It was just so bad from beginning to end. I was getting so lost in that.
So, if you're going to talk about that, my biggest gripe with Aquaman, him sitting on the lasso of truth. Mm-hmm. And that whole him being honest and telling like her that she's hot and this guy. And I'm like, dude, what the shit?
Yeah.
Like, I'd never want to see that.
No.
If you're going to do that, let him be a serious character for a while and then do that.
Yeah, and that's Joss Whedon for you. And Henry Cavill's CGI'd upper lip.
Yeah, you love that, didn't you?
That part just ruined me.
I totally forgot about it.
His facial expressions are less to be desired. He just doesn't have a good pain face.
Well, I mean, watching that movie, he's the greatest thing to ever happen, and he's unstoppable.
Yeah,
so.
Steppenwolf was
unstoppable until he showed up.
Yeah, he was like a toy to Superman.
Yep.
And then the what's it called? Like the little one-liners that he would say. This guy's still bothering you. And it's like, why? But okay, so I can.
Could you have lived without the Russian family?
I could have lived without
that randomly needed to be moved out of there.
Yes,
like some things they could have cut out. That, to be fair though, they also were trying to make this a two-parter.
Yeah, well, I remember that being
being the
original plan.
Idea. Yeah,
I don't know.
They changed it.
I feel like had they kept it like that, we would have been fine.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe not fine, but it would have been more acceptable. The Flash was the most annoying character.
I think he's a good actor. I just don't think that was a good part for him.
The kid who plays him in the show, 100% should have
much better.
Yeah, Grant Gustin, or whatever his last name is. I mean, I guess with 2017 has been a really, more so for me, a more Netflix-based favoritism when it comes to entertainment.
Yeah,
Punisher.
Yeah, I was going to say that's shows. I was just going to I'll run through some of the movies that came out this year that stood out to my brain.
Okay, yeah, then I'll base off your because I haven't seen a lot. I've been more of a show based this year, so
Get Out, that was crazy.
Didn't see that.
It's an insane movie. I don't want to talk about it too much because you haven't seen it, but it's a movie worth watching.
The Jordan Peele's movie?
He wrote it, yeah, and directed it, I think.
Okay.
It's really good.
I want to see that.
It's really good.
Okay, yeah,
it's really good. It's fucked up, the concept and what happens, but it's
modern day.
Well, it's
slavery?
Yes and no. Yes, but they're all supposedly I don't want to get into it, but yes. But he's described it as this is a nowadays black man's worst nightmare.
Oh shit.
That's how he wrote it.
Okay.
So it's a crazy insight to that. What you would crazy about. Also, take away from that is don't date a white woman.
Well, I'm in the clear then. I'm in the clear.
No, I just mean as a black man.
Don't
because that could happen to you. I think it was obviously that's a joke that he could say.
Yeah,
and be don't date white women, people. What are you doing crazy? He's half white,
yeah.
So he can make that joke. But Get Out was really good this year. The Big Sick, I have to see that. I've heard so many good things about it.
I want to see that too.
Wonder Woman came out this year.
Still haven't seen that.
Oh, dude!
I know. and people were saying it was.
It's good, man.
Yeah,
it's really.
I don't know
good.
why I haven't been.
It's the best DC movie.
For real?
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to say better than Dark Knight, but it's probably the second.
So
it might be the second best.
We have
DC in general movies,
right? And I feel like in movies we have more differences, but we have I don't know, we you and me depending on what movie it is, we kind of you might like it, but I feel like it wasn't that good. But I feel like with Wonder Woman, you wouldn't steer me in the wrong direction with that.
I think there's certain parts of it that would, like... I don't like... I don't know. Don't want to give away too much, but the bad guy is a character in the movie, and then once he becomes Ares, like, dresses, like, becomes Ares.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
He is Ares, obviously, all the time, but, like, he's pretending to be
Someone
a normal
different.
person.
Okay.
Once he becomes Ares, still, like CG'd face of him and his voice. I'm like, no, change the voice, change like
Also that
the face. Like that those are things to me
Okay.
like if he's gonna do that, like you should, or maybe not the face, but like his face, like it's another guy that I've seen in other movies, so like it's hard for me to see him as that.
Okay.
Like you can be that character beforehand, but once you become Ares, it should be a completely different person, scarier voice, scarier looking,
whole different look. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which
But
that's-
other than that,
that was my biggest gripe about the whole movie. Other than that, it's great.
okay, cool. I have to watch it. Then.
Logan came out this year.
Yep.
People forget about Logan.
I forgot about Logan. I loved it, by the way.
It's amazing.
Yeah, that was a really, really good movie. Very, very. It pulled the heartstrings.
Yeah.
It did. It really did.
He said he'll come back now that they're
Dude.
in the fold.
Now that the Fantastic Four and X-Men are quote unquote home,
Yeah.
Hugh, come on, bro. You said you would retire.
He said he would do it. Mm-hmm. It's whether Marvel and Disney want him to come back and do it. That's not on him.
But who else would you?
You could. Well, here's the other thing. He would have to not be old man Logan. He'd have to be
His younger self.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't do Tom Hardy because he's Eddie Blake. Well, Eddie Blake, yeah. Venom.
Yeah, but is he even? Are they even doing that still? Mm-hmm. That's still happening. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Movie's being it's still in production.
I mean, if that falls through,
Gambit is still happening. By the way, it's legit now. It officially, boom.
your face.
My
lit up.
favorite.
Your face lit up so bright.
Am I red?
No, I mean a little bit, but I think it's
The blood. I think it's the blood. 2019. My favorite movie is gonna be Gambit. Future for our future episode.
Yeah.
So mark my words now.
It came out this year.
Great movie.
Haven't seen it.
So good.
I heard the kids from Stranger Things are in it.
Yeah.
One of them is.
The main kid who puts 11 in his basement.
Yeah, Will.
No, not the kid who gets.
Oh,
Who's the kid that puts 11 in the basement?
not Will. There's Will.
His sister is Ghost.
Dustin.
Not the black kid.
Yeah, not Lucas. Not Dustin. Why am I blanking on this today?
It's the main character, right? Isn't he like the main?
Yeah, he's the main kid. Ted.
He's the main Ted.
I don't know why my mind's. I don't know.
Well, okay.
Anyway, he's in it.
He's in that movie. But he's not the main character in that movie. He's the shit-talking friend.
Is he?
And it's so weird because who he is in Stranger Things and who he is in It, it's
Totally
like
different.
Yeah, but it's hilarious because he could talk shit, man. This kid, he has a sailor's mouth, Aaron.
Yeah.
I think you. I mean, I know you're not too huge on horror movies.
Yeah.
I think you would. I can't see you going like, I gotta watch it like more than once. No, I can see you watching, going like, yeah, okay, I get it.
It's to play into it, and this will play into like one of the things that I hated in TV is I'm not a big fan. Like I have like comedy, action, and like sappy,
rom-coms.
Yeah, rom-coms, totally. But my problem is I'm not a big fan of watching like innocent people getting hurt. Like even in movies that I love, I hate seeing like a horse get shot.
Yeah.
Or getting stabbed. Like something or like and I obviously know it's in a movie or a TV show it's not real. But it still bothers me.
Still the
I don't like
symbolism.
to see children getting slaughtered, women getting slaughtered. I genuinely love war movies, but I love war movies because it's, you know, hypothetically it's an American killing a Nazi or whatever, and a Nazi killing an American doesn't make me happy, but it makes it more like you want him to die more. It's that I like, but I just, innocence getting destroyed to me is like, I see enough bad shit in my life, and I see enough horrible shit on TV, and I've gone through a lot in the past couple of years, and family losses.
You're over it.
I don't need more sadness in my life. I want happiness.
I hear you.
So that's very hard for me to watch horror movies for that reason.
I hear you, man.
That, and women always get, like, chased down. Like, I don't want to see women getting, like, beat the fuck and then stabbed to death. Like, I don't want to see that. I want to see little kids getting murdered by a clown. Like, it is, some of that shit just doesn't do it for me.
So I'm taking you didn't see the movie Clown, man.
No, I did not. Also, Thor Ragnarok came out. Yep. Baby Driver. Have not seen it. Heard great things about it.
Me too.
I kind of fell off the car craze. Like, I was definitely one of those kids that went to the theaters when Fast and Furious came out. Fast and Furious 2 came out. I went and saw those in the theaters. I haven't seen any of the last, like, 2 or 3 of those movies.
Yeah.
Baby Driver looks like it's obviously different. I want to see it. I probably will.
John Hamm's in it?
I feel like he might have a small role in it.
And John Bernthal's in it, too.
Yeah, and then I also think, like, Jamie Foxx might be in it.
Yep, him too. And who's the chick?
I don't remember.
Me neither.
But it looks like a cool concept.
Mm-hmm.
And then, obviously, Spider-Man Homecoming came out. That was a good movie. I thought it was good.
I liked it. I hated the post-credit scene, the final one, but, you know.
Guardians 2 came out.
I liked it.
Yeah, it was really good.
I didn't love it, but I liked it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I loved it for what it was.
Yeah.
I've watched it. I put it on Netflix on my phone at work, and I'm doing my job, and the music to me and, like, certain little things, I'll stop and I'll watch 2 seconds of it just because, like, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like seeing Rocket hitting those people with that thing, and they just get launched into the air. And with the music, and they're getting hit back and forth, and both of them, like, that's cool.
See them flying through the trees and everything like that.
As they hit the ground, they're like,
and then,
boom. Justice League, obviously, we talked about. Beauty and the Beast came out this year.
Yeah.
That was a good movie. My girlfriend didn't want to watch it. Like, every time I talk about it, because it's on Netflix. Let's watch Beauty and the Beast. Let's watch Beauty and the Beast. No, I don't want to watch that. I don't want to watch that. Like, I don't think she was like, oh, it's a piece of shit. I don't want to see it. It's like, it's just like I saw the movie as a kid. I don't need to see it. They changed a little bit of it. Some of the storylines changed. But I liked it. I loved it. I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I thought it was a really good movie. Yeah.
John Wick 2. I have never watched the first one, so obviously I haven't watched the second one.
I loved it.
I heard they were really good.
I loved it. Yeah, you would like it.
I heard there's a dog in it that I would cry about, so I'm like, I don't want to do that.
Well, yeah. Well,
but it looks really good.
I loved them.
That's what I've heard from a lot of people, especially the people that like
Keanu Reeves.
action movies or Keanu. I don't hate him. Like, I'm not like a lot of people that are like, oh, that's fucking the guy from Bill and Ted. I'm like, he did other movies, dicks. Like, he's done other shit.
Yeah, have you?
And he's also a guy that, like, you ever watch that video that people posted, like, Keanu, like, everybody hates Keanu Reeves, but have you ever heard his full story? And they talk about, like, his first wife, didn't she, like, die? Mm-hmm. And then, like...
His dad left him when he was a kid.
Yeah, like, he
dropped 7 schools?
Yeah, he's had a really sad story.
I'd say he's doing pretty good for himself.
Donated majority of his money from The Matrix to, like, charities. Like, he didn't take, like, a paycheck for those movies.
Yeah, like, whatever the illness that either I think his sister had, or his sister died from.
Yeah. Like, that's what's crazy. Like, just
he took all that and because he made a ton of money off Matrix. Yeah. So, I mean, think about it. I mean, the guy doesn't even own a car.
No, he takes the fucking subway.
Dude, it's Keanu fucking Reeves, man.
And for that guy just to be like, I don't need guards. I don't need anybody. I mean, granted, if you watch the video of him training for John Wick, shooting,
he's fine.
Yeah, no, that guy can protect himself.
Yeah.
If I mean, not saying he could take on like a bunch of gangsters all pointed their guns at him, but if one guy tries to take him out, he probably can handle himself.
I feel like one-on-one he'd be okay.
Yeah, I think he'd be all right.
He did fight a million Agent Smiths, but,
he'll be all right.
But that movie he was in when he was the baseball coach, when the little kid got shot at the end.
Yeah.
Hardball? That movie was great, man.
And it wasn't...
I bawled my eyes out.
And it's not like... oh my god, he made that movie, but it's like he didn't do anything wrong in that movie.
No, dude, he was
played the character he was supposed to.
Exactly. I don't know. I don't know why he gets the heat he gets.
I loved him in The Replacements.
I was gonna say the freaking Replacements. Dude, that movie's legendary.
Yes. Well, for people in our generation, anyway. But and then the other movie that I went and saw I saw Friday night. I went and saw Star Wars, Last Jedi. Didn't love it. Didn't hate it. Walked away very, lack of a better word, confused, for the simple fact of you, and this, I don't want to spoil this for you, but it's like, what are you going to do in the next one? That's the real, like, that's the $1 million question. You've already been spoiled on some of the stuff, right?
Yeah. I feel like correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like it's the biggest thing in the movie.
I mean, people can flip out all they want. If you haven't seen it by now, don't get that upset. Jerry's been spoiled on it. I didn't tell you.
No. Aaron didn't tell me.
And I haven't written I have not posted my review online.
It was some dick on Facebook.
I didn't.
And I opened up Facebook right there.
I kept deleting them because Kevin Smith did a review, like an hour and a half review on the movie.
Did he?
Yeah.
Now,
it's a 2.5 hour movie.
What did he think about it?
He liked it. Like, Kevin Smith is very like, have you seen what I make? And then goes, they did something great that I can't do.
But he can, though. I feel like he could.
I don't think he could do it. I don't think he has the patience. I think that's the big issue with Kevin. I think his biggest issue is he wants to be able to go in, do a movie in 2 to 3 months and be done with it and never that's while, and he edits while he's making a movie. So it's when the movie's done shooting, there's like maybe a month of editing left and then he's done. The movie's ready to go.
That's probably why all this shit comes out quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when he wants to do something, he does it. He's also writing that new show. I don't know what it's going to be on. I feel like it's going to be on Amazon Prime. I could be wrong. He's going to be writing a show for the two cops from the... Oh, God. From... What's the... Spawn. From Spawn. Mm-hmm. There's two cops that had like their own comic book after a while.
Okay.
They're getting their own show.
Okay.
And the creator of Spawn...
Todd McFarlane.
I think he's going to be involved with it, and so is Kevin Smith.
And he's the front runner for that. Kevin,
I think
like the writer.
He might be like one of the writers on the show.
All right, so
he's going to be a part of it.
If we can go back to Star Wars, real quick.
I just sorry to go off too.
No. But people know by now. That's how we do. Force Awakens, Last Jedi.
Yeah. Force Awakens
all day.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But what?
That's to me. I had a discussion with Dave's buddy, MJ.
Yeah.
We tend to kind of harass him a little bit, or joke with him. I like MJ. I don't know if he likes me, but I tend to make jokes about him, and
Aaron likes you, MJ. Confirmed.
Yeah.
I got it out of him.
But we talked about it, me and him, because he wanted to know my opinion. And I kind of wrote to him like, "Hey, these are certain things I didn't like. These are certain." I said, "But," and when he says to me, he's like, "Yeah, but this," and I'm like, "No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. Like, he loves it better than Force Awakens.
Okay.
He thinks Force Awakens is too much of a literally you remade the same movie.
A New Hope,
that's
right?
of a movie that's already been happened. And I'm like, I get it. The thing that he says is, and this I don't think is really much of a spoiler. Everyone pretty much kind of figured this out. Obviously, Rey is not Luke's kid, or she's not.
Okay.
I mean, she's not. I mean, that was pretty well known.
Cousin, maybe?
Anyway, she comes from very humble beginnings. And he says to me, he goes, "Yeah, but like, I don't want to see that again. Like, we already saw that with Luke." And I'm like, technically, you saw that with Luke is technically a rehash of where his father came from. So if you're gonna shit on that, you're gonna shit. I mean, obviously, most people shit on the prequels anyway, but if you think about it, they're like, "Oh, well, you're not, I don't like the fact that like you don't know this and you don't know that about her being," and I'm like, Anakin Skywalker's storyline is you don't know who his parents are. You're never going to find out. Want to know why? Because he was taken from his parents, or he was dropped off by somebody, they don't know who, to that lady. She ends up a slave, so by turn the kid ends up a slave. He starts out from slavery beginnings, and then he ends up being one of the most powerful Jedi, then turned Sith Lord of all time.
Yeah.
And his son does the same thing. He comes from humble beings, a farmer, whatever. Rey's beginnings are humble. Like, what's wrong with that? And then there's a tease at the end of the movie. There's a character, he doesn't really, like, he has a mini part in the movie, but there's a kid in the movie. He runs outside to go sweep something, and he goes to reach for the broom, but it's like 3 feet away, and it flies to him. So it's like, and I said to him, maybe they're trying to say that, like, if you come from humble beginnings, you can be a Jedi. And then he says to me, he goes, yeah, but what's his name from the prequels? Darth...
Maul?
No, not Darth Maul. The other guy.
Sidious?
No, Sidious. It's not...
Dooku?
Yeah, Count Dooku comes from, like, a wealthy family. And I was like, yes, but then he also turns evil. I said, but so does Anakin. So, like... I said to him, it doesn't matter where you start out. I think
matters where you finish.
Matters where you finish, but it also feel like, for the most part, Jedi that stay a Jedi come from humble beginnings.
Okay.
Or at least to have powers, you start out from humble beginnings. I feel like people that are wealthy tend to not, and it goes the same way with like everyday people in the real world. If it's not really part of your frame of mind, you never have to worry about it. You don't stress about it. But like when you have to stress about like just getting by, you tend to take things a little bit more. You don't take anything for granted. Like every day is a fucking struggle. Whereas if people that have money, they don't worry about it. Like, and that's why you always hear the joke about, like, to go back to like wrestling. You know, Vince always made, you know, Shane and Stephanie like work. Like, you gotta work. You're gonna come in and work, and I'll pay you for what you do. But if you do nothing, I'm not gonna pay you. And everyone's gonna. And I've told everyone, be honest with me. If my kids don't do any, if they're not working hard, I don't want them here because I'm not gonna pay them for it.
Shit.
So I think a lot of people that don't have that, they don't understand the struggle, and I feel like that's what they're trying to show as a message. Like, you can struggle, but you can still become something good.
Yeah,
I think that's what I was trying to get to him, and like
actually, okay.
And we were having a discussion about it, and it was pretty cool. Like, I liked talking to him about it. He wanted to know what my opinion was. I don't hate the movie, obviously. I just didn't love it. Yeah. I feel like Force Awakens better. I've had a lot of people tell me the best fucking Star Wars movie ever is Rogue One. I disagree. I don't think it's the best Star Wars movie ever. I don't think it's bad, but I didn't think it was better than Force Awakens. But that's my opinion.
Yeah.
And I had that discussion. I mentioned that to Dave. I go, and I was having a discussion with him about it, and he goes, "Wow." He must sit there and go, "Why can't Dave just say that? You know, you're not wrong. I'm not arguing with you on that one. That's a good. I mean, that's your opinion." He goes, "No, I just fight it until like I try to make him believe that my opinion's more important." I was like, "Yeah, no." I was like, "I'm not going to argue with people, especially with fandom like that." Like,
yeah.
It's very hard to argue football stats.
Yeah,
I get it. I get a lot of shit for my opinion on Tom Brady as not being the greatest of all time. That's fine. He wins another Super Bowl, he is. But until he does that, I'm not going to give him that. But like I said, with movies and stuff like that, I've gotten a little bit better over the years, especially listening to Kevin Smith talk. Like, listen, like, somebody put their blood, sweat, and tears into this. Don't go in there and just be like, oh, this is the biggest pile of shit I've ever seen. You don't know what they were doing.
Exactly.
You don't know what was going on. You don't know what the pressures are from the studio to make that movie. Maybe they didn't want... The only thing I will say, tons of shit that, like, is it J.J. Abrams did Force Awakens, right?
Yeah.
They destroyed a lot of that shit. Like, it's just like, you're watching it and you're like, basically, it's like a fuck you to JJ.
Wow.
Like, it's just really rough to, like, watch that and just go, wow, you guys really mad at him, huh? Like, what happened there?
Damn. Now I can't wait because I'm seeing it tomorrow, so I can't wait to see, like...
I didn't think about it until I heard Kevin Smith say that.
Okay.
He's like, watch, like, there's certain things that, like, people that die and stuff, you're like, wow. Like, they just kind of like, no, we're not giving you any more credit.
Hey, JJ. Bam.
Yeah, I don't get that. But I thought, I don't know. It's just, it's a tough movie to talk about. I know a lot of people that are like, I hated it. I don't, I'm going to sign a petition. Like, you're not going to get the movie remade or taken out of canon.
Yeah.
People are signing petitions to get it out of canon.
So
Like, that's not going to happen.
it's too late. It's in there.
No, but I'm saying, like, that's their mentality. It's like, no, we don't have to acknowledge. Like, you don't have to acknowledge it, but I'm going to.
So, would you consider The Last Jedi for you a saw it one and done? Would you go back and rewatch it, like when it comes out on Blu-ray, or?
Oh, yeah, I need to rewatch it again to like understand certain
kinda
things
grasp
that probably
everything?
happened that
Okay.
I might have missed. There is this one scene in the movie, and I'll just say light speed to you. I'm not going to tell you what happens. Just light speed.
Okay.
It's fucking amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And movie goes silent. So don't freak out like that the movie turned off. Or
Okay.
like the volume turned off. It's quiet. It's no noise for a reason.
Okay.
So just like bear with that and just be like, oh, like, because if you think you can't hear anything in there's no noise in outer space.
Right.
So when that happens, silence.
Okay.
There's another explanation. I'll talk to you after you see the movie. There's another thing that happens in the movie with Luke that he does. I'll explain if you're confused by it. We'll talk, and I might be able to explain it a little bit.
Because my brother, after he saw it,
Yeah.
said the movie confused the shit out of me.
There's certain things. I talked to a guy that's like really knowledgeable about Star Wars. He's he's read the books and stuff, and he also said he watched a thing and it brings up little like Easter eggs they've dropped in the prequels and in the original movies that like explains how certain things happen. Like,
Okay.
and I'll explain certain stuff to you if it's confusing to you at all.
Okay.
You might watch it and be like, yeah, no, I get it,
All right.
or not.
Well, no, because you have you're my Star Wars guy. I mean, I love Star Wars, but you have
A little bit more knowledge.
yeah, well, way more knowledge because I remember because we were talking, I would always ask you questions like the midichlorians
Yeah.
spiel,
Yeah.
and after you explained it to me, it made sense, but I couldn't understand how they were portraying it in the movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I know I just expect a phone call tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, so that's the movies.
So I
We didn't
mean,
even really we haven't even hit the TV shows yet.
let's get right into it.
Stranger Things 2. I know you haven't.
I'm-
You're starting Stranger Things.
Yeah.
So you're getting there.
I'm working my way.
Love 11.
Love 11.
Okay.
Dustin.
Yeah, he's my boy.
Oh, dude, Hopper, man.
Hopper's the man, right?
Hopper's awesome.
Yeah. Wait for the new season.
Oh, I can't wait.
You get mad at him.
No.
Yeah, but for a reason, but like for a good reason. Like when you watch it, once you see the whole season,
Okay.
you'll understand why you were mad. But you're also like, I get it.
Oh, God damn.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Okay,
It's
okay.
just like
Because I'm getting attached to him.
no. I'm saying you're gonna still love him,
Okay.
no matter
good.
what.
Okay.
Glow,
Amazing show.
like one of our first episodes.
Hell
Glow,
yeah.
the Glow review.
The first episode.
Was it the first episode?
The first
Was it?
13 episodes ago.
Yeah. Glow.
That's I love that. I can't wait for season 2 you said hopefully, right?
They're okayed for season 2.
Yes. Can't wait, dude.
Yeah.
Can't freaking wait.
I'm excited.
Hell yeah, what?
I just feel like they're gonna have to bring in other wrestlers.
Of course.
Like, I mean, you already had Joey. Like we when we did our review, Joey Ryan and all those people. I think you're gonna get more.
Yeah.
And I think you might get some legends. Like that's. I don't know about that.
Because he's doing movies now. He's in the Marine 5. I don't know
Yeah, but
why.
that's also not in the.
Oh, it's a WWE show.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Good game.
Legion.
Uh-uh.
You never watched it, or
That's that X-Men show?
Yeah, it's about a guy.
I attempted.
Legion.
Did you like it?
It's tough.
I couldn't do it.
It's tough for the simple fact that it's very trippy, especially the first couple episodes.
I couldn't do it. Yeah, I couldn't get into it. But did you like it though? Did you watch the full season?
I haven't watched the whole thing. Like I got to the point where I was like, I'm getting frustrated
I can't
because
do
there's too much going on. I gotta finish the whole season to like fully understand it.
Yeah.
And then maybe I'll like it better. But he's I forgot who his kid he's supposed to be.
Not Xavier's kid?
Might be. But I think so. But like, it's just crazy.
Because that's what I grasped from that.
Obviously, you mentioned earlier, Punisher.
Amazing.
You know, obviously, Defenders was a disappointment.
Yeah.
But the Punisher was really good.
Mm-hmm.
No, like, Punisher was really good. Obviously, like I said, it could have been a little bit shrunk down, but it was good. Oh, Bright. That movie came out.
Loved.
To talk about it during the show part was the reason why I want to talk about it. Should have been a mini series, maybe 6 to 8 episodes, and then be done. I think it wasn't enough. They tried to fit too much into a movie, and then you never get the payoff from any of it. Like, it doesn't. There's too much of a world build for it to be only one movie.
Yeah, but David,
it wasn't a bad movie.
Yeah, no. I mean, David Ayer, like I said, I left a status on Facebook saying that this is his redemption from Suicide Squad.
Yeah. Which I didn't hate that movie. I hated the bad guys, but I didn't hate that movie.
Yeah, I wasn't. But, I mean, Bright, if you guys haven't seen it, should I say do yourselves a favor and see it?
I mean, watch it.
Watch it
with the mindset of it should have been a miniseries.
Yeah. See,
that's what I say. That's what I say.
I prefer it as a movie. I could do away with miniseries.
Yeah, but I think if you got 6 episodes, hour and a half long, the first episode you could have explained like how the world is, like the way the world is right now.
Like why we live with the orcs and elves and
why he's so hated and why there's a hierarchy and it kind of was an explanation of why, black, white, whatever, even inside black, white, whatever, you have white trash. And I don't mean that to like be discouraging, but like we have different levels of like what you consider like hierarchy of like different races. That happens in that.
Yeah.
That happens with the orcs.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like they could have spent a couple episodes just building it.
Yeah.
And then bam, all the crazy shit could have happened. Like I think some of the cops that die in that movie could have been fucking cool. One episode showing them doing some wild and crazy shit.
Like the guy
and then dying.
The mustache.
Yeah. The guy that plays in he was in Mindy, the Mindy Project. He was
Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad. Yeah, he's a funny fucking dude.
He's also in The League.
He's really funny. I wish I knew his name off the top of my head. I don't.
I had it. And
he's hilarious.
I lost it.
But he's hilarious.
Yeah.
But I wanted to mention that like during shows because I was like that could have been a show.
So would you
just like a one shot 6 episodes done?
Yeah.
It would be perfect. Like and I meant to say it like it could be like a Band of Brothers where it's a mini series and it ends. Like there's a beginning and there's an end. There's no continue. Granted, that's real life and that fucking happened.
Right.
But I'm just saying it could work.
Right.
Because you're not going to get Will Smith to keep doing TV anymore.
Yeah, no.
It's never going to happen again.
Yeah.
The big one that I came up with, there's 2 shows that came to my mind this year that I like maybe 3. But Big Mouth. Have you watched it on Netflix?
Yes.
Fucking hilarious.
Dude, wow. That show took me for a loop, man. The freaking Nick Kroll there.
Yes.
What's the monster called?
Hormone Monster.
Hormone Monster wants him to jerk.
It's amazing.
I'm sitting there going
kicks a hole in the wall. He's like, oh, hey. I was like, hey, want to be my girlfriend? And he's like, it's just, dude, she's great except for the dick splinters. It's just like insane.
Yeah, that show's funny as hell.
And I love that I heard like a couple people complain like, oh, it's just about like male hormone. They get into woman hormones.
Oh yeah,
and it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
I forgot what they show like them explaining her period to her, and that is god awful. But like god awful, but it's funny.
Yeah.
Like it's funny that you're like watching her reaction to like explaining a period to her, and it's like, oh my god, like you're sitting there going, oh my god, that's fucking awful. That's really what happens, son of a bitch. And it's just it's hilarious.
Yeah.
One of Jackie's friends that can't watch the whole thing because she said it's just too much filth. Mm-hmm. But I was like, yeah, but that's why it's funny is because it's kids, but it's a cartoon.
Yeah,
it's like it's a cartoon.
Yeah,
it's a much more aggressive version of like South Park, but it focuses more on children dealing with their growing up versus just like the world around them.
Right.
Riverdale was a huge movie I liked. I liked Riverdale.
I never watched it. I never even heard of that.
It's based on the Archie comics. It's Archie comics come to life.
Oh, okay. Was it good?
I liked it. Jackie liked it. She didn't like it initially because, like usual, she lets me watch the first 3 episodes and then comes in, sees a good episode and goes, I'm going to have to rewatch it now. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Jackie.
Now I'm going to have to rewatch the first 4 fucking episodes again. Also, the Marvelous Miss Maisel. It's on, I want to say, Amazon Prime.
Okay.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah?
I love it. It's fucking hilarious. It's about, like, 1950s Jewish people, but it's about comedy. I say Jewish because that's like a big to-do at the beginning of the show, and that's kind of like how they have their guilt and stuff like that, and they're talking about stuff. But fucking awesome. And how, like, back then, like, if you talked with foul language on stage and a cop walked by and heard it, he could arrest you for, I forgot what it was called. She also, the main character also, there's nudity in it, so don't watch it with your kids, because she does take her top off when she's on stage, and they arrest her for that as well. So public nudity, which is still a thing. You can't really walk around topless.
Unless you're at a beach naked.
Or unless you're in, like, New York City, apparently.
Yeah.
Godless, I heard, was a really good, like, a Western show. I'm going to have to check it out.
Yeah, I'll check that out.
Dave's talked to me about it, said it was really good. American Gods, I heard, is great, but I haven't had an opportunity to hit on it. But these are shows that I know people have been watching and I wanted to talk about. And This Is Us. Fucking cry every time, except for the one episode where I didn't think it was that sad. And I know I'm heartless, but I didn't think it was that sad.
What episode was that?
The one that's about her. It's about they go 1, 2, 3. There's one is the boy. They're supposed to be they're triplets, but they obviously lost the third one, and they adopted a black son. So you have 1 is the white son, 2 is the white daughter, 3 is the black adopted son. Randall, he's my favorite character, by the way. The daughter, I love her, but I didn't love the episode when they explained, like, her. I was like, didn't make me cry. She's like, yeah, like, Jackie cried, and I was like, I guess it's like it just tugs on women's heartstrings. It just didn't do anything for me. I cried with other parts with her. That part didn't make me sad. Like, I was more furious with her a little bit about certain things that she did in the episode more than anything. That's a crazy show. Okay. Like, that just makes you cry. You got to watch it. You watch that with your girl, you're never going to stop. Like, she'll cry all the time.
Oh, God.
Yeah, good luck with that. But
thanks for the heads up.
2 shows that I want to talk about that I genuinely just didn't care for, didn't want to, I don't ever want that time back in my life. I want those minutes back.
Okay.
The Leftovers, final season. Dave hates it when I talk about it. I didn't care for it at all. I loved the first season. After that, I hated that show. And The Handmaid's Tale. It's getting so many awards. Everybody loves it. I hate it for the simple fact that everybody's like, oh, but it's the climate that we live in. No. We're not forcing women to have our children. We're not beating women. We're not disfiguring them if they try to run away. Once again, comes back to my thing. I have enough horror in my everyday life. I have enough sadness. I have enough respect for women that I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
Like, if women think that's empowering to watch that on TV, and it's the climate they think that our president's going to push us in, That's fine. That's their opinion. My opinion is I don't want to see that shit. I think it's lack of a better word, gross to me, because I just don't want to see that. Like, I take such a hard stance on like domestic violence with football players. If you do it, I don't want fucking anything to do with you. And that show is just so fucking hard for my morals to watch it and just be like, that's okay. And like, the main character, her husband's like hiding out in Canada because he gets away, and she's stuck there giving birth to, trying to give birth to people's children and shit. And it's like, watching it, I'm like, I will not downplay it. Doesn't get a reaction out of me, but it makes me so angry that I'm like, listen, I would not be okay with hanging out in Canada while my wife's down there. Like, I think she's dead. I would not be up in Canada trying to figure out whether she's dead or not. I would be down in America trying to find out where she is.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. It's a hard show for me to watch. I stopped watching it with my girlfriend. She finished the season. She loved the show. Her friends love the show.
How many episodes did you get?
I got to like third or fourth episode.
And you were just cut off.
I got to the point where I was like, I'm already watching Walking Dead, where every episode somebody's dying that I love.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch two shows where it's like, oh, she might not die, but she's going to get beaten and raped later, or she's going to lose an eye because she tried to run away. It's like, I'm good.
The hell, man?
I'm good.
What kind of show is that?
Yeah, it's weird. And they're saying like that's what could happen in America. If you watch a show, that's what women and people that I've talked to, and I say women because it's mostly women that really love the show. I'm sure there are men out there, but I haven't talked to them. I just hate the show.
And you'll never go back to it.
Oh, no. I just have no use for it. It's the same way I'm sure people look at like her friend that loves it, hates Big Mouth. It's pure dirty filth humor, and it's not real.
Have you watched Rick and Morty yet?
No, never watched it.
Oh, man.
Never watched it. I've heard good things, I've just never watched it. Is there anything else you want to talk about show-wise that I missed?
Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty?
So season 2 or 3, I think, is out. Hilarious. I think you need to get... They're not on Netflix, but you can YouTube like all the episodes and stuff like that if you have time or whatever. I think you would love that show 110%, man. It's hilarious. So I'll leave it at that.
I've heard some things about it, but I want to check it out.
Yeah, I mean, I think you would like... I mean, if you like Big Mouth,
I'll like that.
The show is going to be... It's like 10 times that.
All right. Better writing.
I just think you'll laugh at some of the crazy shit that they get into. Because it's like, like you ever see like the Pickle Rick t-shirts or anything like that? Ever hear like Pickle Rick? And
I've heard of them, but I've never.
Yeah, so like he turns himself into a pickle just because. And then he gets trapped in the sewer, and these rats have, because he's a pickle, they're going to like
eat him
and stuff like that. So he finds the carcass of a dead rat, and he turns himself, like he gives himself like arms and legs. But the way they do it is exactly how Tony Stark did it in the first Iron Man movie. So he's like this. He goes, "Oh yeah," and like he can start moving and stuff like that. And he's like fighting them, and it's like they're taking like all these shots, like not shots, but like you've seen it in the Marvel movies before, dude. And then like the way he lands and looks up, and he goes like this, and he fires like not a like a blast cannon, but it's like a screw. It's hilarious, dude. So you should check it out.
I will now. That it? Like shows, movies?
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
Crazy year. A lot of good. Not a lot of. In my eyes, not a lot of like overly heartwarming movies.
No.
But a lot of good movies.
I'd say a good handful.
Yeah, and it's.
I didn't even see Kingsman.
I think this year is going to be crazy. I've never seen either one of them.
And I didn't even know it was out on Blu-ray until I was like, oh shit, it's on Blu-ray.
Yeah. I heard that's good.
Yeah, the first one was really good. I still got to watch the second one, but I mean, Walking Dead came out too.
Yep.
Mid-season, you wasn't a fan of it?
Did we talk about
the
it?
The season so far? Not yet.
I thought we talked about it a little bit.
No.
Last episode.
Well, I'm saying like for the end year review.
It was okay.
Yeah. I'm saying like as a whole.
Yeah,
like,
no, I get what you're saying. Like last season and this season that's been this year.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's rough.
Are you losing interest in the show?
I'm not losing interest. I'm just getting to the point where it's like there's got to be an ending in sight,
Yeah.
and they need to find it because eventually you're going to start seeing numbers go down.
Well, it has.
Has it? Mm-hmm. I think they should start working out a 2-year plan. This season, finish this. Next season, and then like, hey,
Just kind of be done with it.
and we need to like get to an end point
Yeah.
because you're obviously going to already lose what's his name. So
Yeah. Like, I was sad when Dexter ended years ago.
I never watched that show.
I know. Every time
I used to go over and we would watch Sons of Anarchy. You would talk about it.
Yeah. But remember I used to bring it up? Yeah, like Dexter. Ew.
Yeah. No.
All set.
No, I'm good. There's nothing wrong with it. Like
It's just not your cup of tea.
Jackie liked it.
Yeah.
I just never got into it.
Yeah, it's just not your cup of tea.
Yeah. So we'll talk about kind of what we got cool collectibles possibly for Christmas or possibly in the past couple weeks.
Sounds good to me, brother.
All right.
Let's do it.
Collectibles. So, we picked up some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What have you picked up lately, Jerry?
Well, for Christmas, I grabbed handful of figures. So my lovely girlfriend bought me the Marvel Legends TV series Punisher from the show. Mm-hmm. So that's cool. The Armored Batman from Frank Miller's comic. So the DC...
The Dark Knight.
Yeah, Dark Knight Returns.
Yep.
She bought me this Waluigi amiibo because she knows that's my favorite Mario character. So it's funny. We were at Walmart one night, and by the Blu-ray section, they had this cutout of this little cutout of Negan that they put on like one of the center shelving units that where the Blu-rays go. And Negan's on it, and it was falling off. And I'm like, oh man, I should just take this and just hang it up on my wall or whatever. And I was like, I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want, just in case. So I stuck it back up there. I'm like, damn, I really would love I really want that Negan to hang on my wall. So they got me this cardboard cutout of Negan. Yeah, so nice. that was pretty cool. What other figures did I grab? I'm gonna be hunting down the Hasbros. I know I'm kind of late. I should have done it when you started.
Yeah, the Metro throwbacks.
And
or the Mattel throwbacks.
Mattel throwbacks, and I know I should have started when you started because now you have majority, right? You're only missing AJ and who else? Sting.
No, I got Sting.
You have Sting? Okay, yeah. So you're missing who?
I'm missing AJ.
And that's it.
Yeah.
That being the biggest one.
Yeah, but I think what I'm going to do is I think I returned my Rollins and Ambrose, and I'm just going to buy them on Ringside.
Yeah.
The whole set, and then I'll just take the Goldberg because you already got me one, and I have the other one.
Yeah.
I'll just return that to the other one of them to GameStop or something.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna start.
I'll still have two.
Oh yeah, so yeah.
I might take one out of the package and paint the gloves on them.
That
would make them look right.
Well, don't do that. That'll make too much sense.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start hunting those down. What else do I have in mind that I want? A couple more Negan figures that are coming out that I ordered, so I'm just waiting for those to come in. They're like the G.I. Joe packaging and stuff like that. So one's bloody variant, one's a regular. I think that's just for now. I think that's it. I say a lot. So yeah, just for the right now, that's pretty much all.
Cool.
Capitalized on.
So I got 2 Funko Pops from my dad. Mm-hmm. He got me the old school Rock. So he's got the glasses and the old pimped out shirts that he would wear.
Yeah.
The slick shirts. And then Razor Ramon.
Oh, nice, dude.
So I have those. Jackie, my girlfriend, got me the Parks and Rec Burt Macklin.
Yeah, you finally have it.
Son of a bitch. And I got the Guardians of the Galaxy Walmart exclusive Stan Lee.
Oh, nice, dude.
It's like he's wearing all these weird like glasses and shit and stuff.
That's cool.
I picked up the old school WWF Hasbro, the Steiner Brothers.
Okay.
I've been wanting to get them. I listened to an episode of Something to Wrestle, Bruce Pritchard, and he did an episode about the Steiner Brothers, and I was like, oh my god, I forgot how good they were, and like
That's the one you had me listen to.
Yeah, and the Vault was having a Christmas Eve sale. Mm-hmm. If you got their early bird special, they had I think it was 50% off Jack's Classic Superstars. So I picked up Mr. Perfect.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. He's in the black singlet. He's got the towel. He's got the IC title.
Oh, that's cool, man.
It's really cool. And then I also picked up the Star Wars 3 3/4 inch R2-D2. And he's got like the rocket packs on the side.
Oh, nice.
And I picked up... I was trying to call you that day. This is the one I want to talk to you about. I found the WWE Hall of Fame Target exclusive Hall of Fame series. Diesel, Jake the Snake Roberts, Rowdy Piper, and George the Animal Steel. All in the same place.
Yeah, I called you back that night.
Yeah, I was already long gone. That was in the morning.
Yeah. I was sleeping.
Yeah.
Wait, was it a Saturday?
I think it was on the weekend. It was a weekend day because I didn't have work.
That's right. I forgot you wake up at the ass crack of dawn.
Yep.
So you have...
I like I said, the early bird special at the hall. I was going to get there at 9 o'clock to do that.
So,
I actually slept in that day. I got there about 10.
Oh. Yeah. Wow. Aaron, you slept in for once?
Jesus. I slept in until about like 8.
Oh, Jesus. So did you pick up all 4 of those?
All 4.
You got all 4 of them?
I got the whole set. And they had an extra Diesel. I was going to grab it, but I was like, if he's already got it, I'm not going to buy it.
Yeah, no, I don't have it. It's all good. I'll find it.
Yeah.
Target?
I'm
sure they'll have it.
People are. I think, and I saw the Rollins figure.
Just lie to me.
I hit one. I hit a Rollins.
You texted me. This guy texted me and said, "What'd you say?" You captioned it. Oh man, I don't know. And I'm like, dude, you've been talking about this figure for months. I screwed up by not picking it up.
I found one.
You got to buy it. And you're like, oh man, I don't know. And I'm like, dude, buy it.
But then like I said, I saw the Ford Hall of Fames. I'm like, I gotta get the Hall of Fames.
How long ago was this? Was like a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
You hit it.
Yeah.
It's gone.
I don't know.
Still there?
It's behind some Star Wars figures that like never move. So.
Aaron, you know?
So I put it there. And you guys don't know where I go to Target, so
yeah. So there's no way you could rain on his parade.
Yeah, but I did pick up. I think I mentioned it last time. I picked up the Asuka and
show me the pictures of those.
Yeah,
those are nice.
The Asuka and the Shinsuke Target exclusive NXT figures.
I know there's a new basic Bray that's out.
That you want?
I have to go pick him up too. Yeah, 'cause I try to. I want to.
You want the whole set?
I just want every Bray. So far I have every Bray.
I heard he's going to be in the retros.
Yes, and I know my plan for that, because I just have like this feeling that he's going to be one of those hard ones to get. I'm probably just going to have to go on Ringside and just pre-order it, or whenever they decide to do him.
What I think is now it's not exclusive to Walmart anymore.
Oh, thank God.
So it means Walmart could have them, Target could have them, Toys R Us could have them.
So there's options now.
Yes, but that doesn't happen until 2018.
Okay, well, we got about a couple hours left.
Yeah, but we're going to get the Ring next year. We're going to get, obviously, we're obviously going to get the New Day. On the Ring, there's 2 belt holders, so I'm assuming they're going to give us at least more than just the heavyweight title. Maybe the New Day will come with the tag titles, which I don't want.
Now, question.
Oh, and they already acknowledged, because back in the day, you could get an exclusive Hulk Hogan or exclusive Ultimate Warrior that came with the ring back then, and it also came with the title. This one's going to come with The Undertaker.
Nice.
So if you want that Undertaker, wait till the ring comes out, you get that one.
Okay.
You get him with the ring.
So, question.
Yes.
Now that do you think, I'll ask for the titles. You think they're going to bring back for the figures for that line, the European title and the
I don't think so.
Old school looking ones?
I think you're going to get the Raw, the SmackDown title, like the heavyweight, the Universal and and WWE title. Mm-hmm. I think you're going to get the women's titles because you're going to get women's in this series. I have a strong feeling they're going to have to do the women.
Yeah.
Which I wanted. I've always thought they should have had somebody from back in the day, or at least had Miss Elizabeth to go with Macho Man.
Man, that would have been perfect, dude.
And they've already started to show repaints, so they're going to have... Like, you know how back in Hasbro would do, like, they did 2 Shawns. They did one with him wearing the black glasses and the white trunks and the red hearts, or the red splotches. I don't think they were hearts then.
Oh, yeah.
Then they did the silver glasses, black trunks, silver hearts, or silver splotches. They're already doing that. They already have plans for, they're going to do... a Shawn Michaels, or not Shawn Michaels, damn it, why did I say that? Sting, but it's going to be the Wolf Pack. It's going to be red and black instead of just white and black. Like they did the Crow Sting so far. They're going to do
Wolf Pack
Sting.
You're gonna grab that?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'll probably have all of these except for the New Day.
It's going to kill you not to have it.
And if they make a Paige, I won't buy her either.
Yeah, nah.
Page. I probably will never. I might get selective at a certain point, but so far all of them I haven't hated.
Yeah,
I've hated some of the poses they've put him in, but I haven't hated the character. Like even Dean Ambrose. Like I just want the series.
So you own him?
No, I brought it back already.
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna buy the whole series. I'm gonna keep the Goldbergs that I have. So I feel like someday those are gonna be
the only ones that make sense. Is the Ultimate Warrior, because he has that.
Yeah, that's what he did.
Everyone else just doesn't. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. And Undertaker too. Doesn't he have the same pose?
He might.
I don't know if he had that. No, he doesn't have the swing. I think he has the same up down pose too. So.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, so it was an interesting Christmas. I got some figures. Like I said, I even made a toy run on Christmas Eve and. Hit up some early bird specials real quick.
Yeah, I haven't been to the toy vault in a while.
Yeah.
Go there
but, yeah, they were having some decent sales. I guess they do that on, like, the major holidays.
Yeah.
So you got to keep an eye. Follow them on Instagram. They'll post the night before.
Okay.
That's when I saw it.
Yeah.
So I took a screenshot so I'd remember what ones were on sale.
Mm-hmm.
I also saw they had a Shawn Michaels... classic deluxe classic
In the blue package.
No, it was like orange packaging, but it was like he had like a 5 o'clock shadow, and it's just like he looked okay, like the figure was okay, but like he didn't come with anything. And in the photos in the back of the packaging, it had him in a vest, but I didn't see any vest on him. So I was like, if it's missing the vest, I don't want it.
Yeah, nah.
So I didn't buy it.
Yeah, I don't blame
That's
you.
why I just got the Mr. Perfect instead.
Yeah.
They had some cool ones. Like, they had Rick Steiner that looked cool, and he had the tag title with him, and I was like, I might buy it. And then they had both of the Nasty Boys, and I almost bought that.
Oh, that would have been nice, man.
Yeah. But they had the tag titles, too, so that's why I was like, but I ended up not buying them. I talked myself out of a lot of figures.
You do. Well, I do the same shit.
Well, it's, you gotta factor in, like, is this something I'm gonna want
right
long term, or is this just, I think it's cool, but I'm never gonna put this on my wall.
It's kind of like an impulse.
Yeah.
And then you kind of talk to yourself.
Buyer's remorse.
Yeah.
Especially there, like, I don't know how their philosophy is on returning stuff.
It's all their sales are final over there.
Is it?
Yeah. You would have to sell back to them, so you lose a profit.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
So that's why it's
GameStop.
Basically. Very, very selective.
Yeah. That's why when I see things there, I'm like,
GameStop, yeah, but I've returned, like I said, I've returned those figures.
Well, no, I mean, like, I'm talking Toy Vault.
Oh, yeah.
Very, very selective. You gotta be, because that's their policy.
Yep.
So.
But it was an interesting year.
Yeah, yep.
Interesting year for figures. It's going to be an interesting year for wrestling, entertainment, and collectibles in 2018.
That's right.
And I've been reposting it. Our fearless organizer, Dave Dawson
Yep.
of the BS Nerds, hashtag Dave Speaks, and 4-Star Sports Bar Review. He is a lot of the behind the scenes kind of like figuring it out type. He made us an online store.
Yeah.
So I tagged your family members in it.
You did.
I'm hoping one of them sees it.
I told them all.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you can, if you go on, did you look? T-shirts, baseball tees, hoodies, phone cases,
Yep.
pillows, hood, like all kinds of shit.
Everything.
And
Everything.
And
is
part of
online.
that profit, and part of those profits will come back to the website.
Yeah.
Like come back to us, and we're always reinvesting it into this. To the next show we're gonna do live and stuff like that, getting supplies for stuff like that, finding figures loose, finding figures out there in the wild. I call in the loose, out in the wild. But crazy whirlwind. Did you see it coming? In 13 episodes, how far we've come.
I just in the beginning, I always thought that we would just do this just to do it.
I mean,
We've talked
that's
about
what I
it
do
for,
anyway. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but
that was the thing. Like even with Dave, like he said that to me. He goes, he talks about it on one of his episodes that like the whole idea was like I had always talked with you about starting a show. I met Dave,
yeah,
and started talking to him, and we have a lot in common. We have pretty much the same fucking car, just different color.
Right.
We like Shawn Michaels. We like all New England sports. Like, what the hell? Let's do this. Let's make a show. And we started it out, and basically how we do it with a fucking Yeti mic sitting in between two people and just talking.
yeah.
And it's come this far.
And I can't believe in 13 episodes just how much it's growing and we're just on the up and up.
Well, just happy to be here. Happy for fans to be listening.
Yeah, you guys you don't understand, like it's you guys,
Yeah.
our listeners that drive us to keep wanting to give you more content.
Yeah.
So without you guys, I mean, there wouldn't be B.S.N network, there wouldn't be W.E.C.P or anything like that. It's you guys.
And the network hit 10,000 downloads.
Yeah, that's amazing. 10,000. That's
In a year.
Yeah.
We hit 10,000 downloads.
That's what's up.
And I feel like we had a big part in that.
Yeah.
So
I feel like we did too. Yeah.
And it's going in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just keep up the hard work, and we'll get at it in 2018.
That's it, man.
All right, Jerry.
All right, man. Have a great New Year's.
You too.
Hi, everyone. Happy New Year.